Sawa, so welcome to ini bedeni episode 2. Episode 2 ya tunaita Beyond the Class. So basically ni tunataka kujua more about you apart from kile tunajua maybe vile umeinteract na wasee kwa class yako. So of course tuna invite pia lecturers. Tunataka pia lecturers hapa bana. We know them apart from kutufunza tujue more about them. But anyway, right now tuna deal na students. So kwa hot seat leo tuko na our president, Mr. President himself, Mr. Ferdinand Awuonda. So karibu sana. Now tunaanza huko nyuma. So tuanze, ulizaliwa wapi, mko wangapi kwenu, hizo zote.
So thank you so much, Giddy, for inviting me to your show. My name is Ferdinand Awuonda, a young man passionate about matters to do with governance and ethics, the current president of Zitech University, a final year student pursuing bachelor's degree in international relations and diplomacy, and he is a man from the lakeside, that is Nyanza region, a place called Migori County.
Your county.
That is Suna East constituency, Godjope location.
God what?
Godjope location.
Okay.
That is Godjope ward, Manyata sublocation. Yeah, so that is where I'm born. That is my home place. Awuonda is 21 years old.
21.
Yeah. I know some are surprised because some are surprised because President 21. Yeah, that is what it takes to have a vision and to run for your goals.
Tumekuwa na Castro hapa, yeye ana turn 21, ako 20 saizi.
Yeah, that is one thing people never knew. While we were campaigning with the academic secretary, that is Mr. Fidel Castro, people thought that he is the president because he is huge, he has beard. So, but unfortunately enough, I am older than Fidel Castro, and I'm proud about that.
Of course tukimaliza hapa ID utatuonyesha juu mimi siamini.
I'm proud about myself because by the fact that people say, oh, you are the president, how many years old are you? 21? And they're like, this achievement came a little bit early, but I thank God. I thank God that it came early, but it's God's plan. So this young man is this person who skipped in my ECD classes. I skipped nursery class. You know, we had baby class, nursery and pre-unit. So I skipped nursery. The teacher said I'm too wise to be in nursery.
Hey,
I had to go to pre-unit. From pre-unit class, we graduated to class 1. Mm-hmm. Tulingangana na masomo, and in class 3 is where I experienced my first leadership. Class 3? Yeah, in class 3 when
before that mko ngapi kwenu? So
yeah, I'm in a family of 8. That is together with my parents. Mm-hmm. And I'm the fourth born. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the fourth born in a family of 6.
Nice. So back to class 3.
Yeah, so in class 3 I experienced my first leadership experience when I was made the furniture prefect. Because you know my dad was the director of that. It was called Progressive Academy. Yeah, it was called Progressive Academy. My dad was the owner. Was the owner.
Hey.
So I was in that school, and the proximity between home and school was that close. So the teacher so wise that this man, he could be doing some random checks on our furniture, which has been left outside, keeping the statistics on the furniture. Yeah, so that is when I experienced my first leadership skill at a very tender age, and
class 3. And
it was nice to be in that space.
So maybe during that moment, maybe ili spark hiyo they want hii leadership kitu kuna kakitu iko hapa hivi.
So that was my first experience. I continued and reached when I was in class 6. I was made the class prefect. I remember serving as the class prefect for class 6 with my good monitor. That was Elizabeth Achiem.
You still remember her?
I remember her because we did a nice work in class. So she was my colleague by then. We worked together in class 6. That was my second leadership experience. In class 7, a lot of things happened here. I was in class 7. I was elected as the sanitation prefect. The sanitation secretary. So I had to ensure everything is clean, the toilets are clean, the classrooms are clean, and what made me become so passionate about this is myself. Because myself, I encourage other students to be clean, so I had to be one. To be neat, combed hair, clean shirt, and everything. So I was made the sanitation prefect, and I could ensure everything was just clean. At the same time, in class 7 here in Progressive Academy, the classmates were preparing for their KCPE. That is Kenya Primary Certificate. The teachers by then, headed by, I remember the head teacher by then was Madam Caroline Oula. Something like that. She in collaboration with the board of management, they allowed me to sit my first KCPE exam in Progressive. So I joined class 8 while I was in class 7 to do KCPE exam. That was in 2016.
Explain.
They came to class 7 and looked and said, we are in shortage of one person to do KCPE in our school. So we take the sharpest. The sharpest. So they took me. I joined the other team. I don't want to say the marks I got, but I passed. I became number 2.
So ulifanya KCPE while still ulikuwa class 7?
And I became number 2 when the results were out. So I was called to St. Peter's Kegonga Boys, but I never went there. God knows why, because my sister, the third born, was also did KCPE the same year. She was in the same class. So my dad came and told me, you know what, my son, your sister, I want your sister to join first, then you'll come second. And for the respect I had for Lucky, I just said, my sister Lucky, you proceed. Me, I'm going to, I just have to go and do class 8. So that is when my dad is a teacher. Actually, in 2017, he was the deputy head teacher at Osingo Primary. So he took me to Osingo Primary so that I can do my class 8. So that there's a cultural shock, because I'm coming from a private institution going to a public institution, and remember all those dynamics of environmental changes. So that is what happened. And there I found challenges also appeared to be there. When leadership also came in, I was elected the deputy speaker. I was elected the deputy speaker by students. That is for the debates. We used to organize debates. Every Friday we used to organize debates for the students, for the pupils. I remember their pupils. So we used to organize debates for them. So from there, I experienced a lot of challenges in regards to my primary education, because in class 8, because I used to walk a distance to reach school. I used to walk a distance to reach school, and I used to cross a river. So there were a lot of challenges in terms of commuting. But I thank God it ended well. I passed with flying colors, and I was called to my dream school, that is Kanyawanga High School. Kanyawanga. Yeah. We call it K1. That is in Migori County, in Rongo sub-county. So in high school, life was not a bed of roses, because I have never boarded before. It was my first time to board, when I think on 9th of January 2018. It was on a Tuesday. I got admitted to Kenyawanga High School. The admission process followed suit. My dad left me, a man on his own. I cried because the experience I was preempting, it was like, I'm going to die inside here without my dad. But anyway, I got used to it. But something funny about high school is that I was never that much into leadership, but I can count the small achievement I had in high school. The reason why I was never much into leadership, because from Form 2 I experienced some personal and family problems that I ought to rather not share here. So I was like, I don't want leadership. But I was an active member of ECHO, that was an environmental club. I was a very active member. I was a member of the journalism club. Actually, we used to read. I miss the moments when we used to read news in the assembly. On Mondays, we called ourselves Bedazzler's News Edition. I miss those moments. Anyway, I was in the Seventh-day Adventist school choir. We used to sing nicely on Saturdays. I miss those moments that we could converge under Jamna, where we could gather and worship on a Saturday, because it was a Seventh-day Adventist school. I miss those moments. In Form 2, I remember I was the agricultural representative, representing the whole of our Form 2. But actually, when I went to Form 3, I dropped agriculture and took business. So that is where that ended. But so after that, I passed. I did my KCSE. So I did my KCSE. Corona came. When Corona came, it interfered. It interfered with our learning, because we were to do exams in 2021. So it interfered with our calendar. Yes. So we had to do in 2022
for around March.
That is when we did our KCSE. So after that, I joined campus.
So in high school, maybe co-curriculum activities, sports?
I was not that much into sports. But I was into debate. I was into debate. We used to debate, debate club.
Now, campus life.
So, campus life, this is where
mambo inachemka.
Things boiled nicely.
Yes.
I joined campus. Actually, education brought me to Nairobi. I'm proud to say that. Education brought me to Nairobi. Shamba la mawe.
True.
When I joined campus, the first day, I brought myself to Nairobi. I admitted myself. And I never joined class on the first day. I went on the second day. So going to the second day, I was elected to be the class representative for my class. I was really happy to at least find another opportunity for leadership after a long break. So I was glad to represent my people. In that capacity of a class rep. You understand, leadership. I'm going to talk about the challenges in leadership at the end of it all, and also there's a reason why I'm much into leadership, and I'm also going to talk about the spiritual part, and the social life. That is later. So I was elected the class representative for IR. I served my people in that capacity. Elections came when we were supposed to be electing the student council executive for 2022-2023. I got indulged in politics. 2023-2024. Yeah, 2023, 2024. That was by then President Diouf. So I got indulged in politics. I vied. I won and became a delegate to represent my people in the electoral college. So I went, I won, voted. After which I joined the student congress. That is the student parliament, whereby we discuss issues affecting the students. We come up with recommendation, package them well, present them to the student council. Then it goes to the Senate, whereby implementation process and decision making table is made. So that is after that, I also had passion to join the student executive council, and I wanted to be the president. So when it reached 2023, 2023, I had a meeting with myself and said I want to vie in 2024. And I wrote in my Facebook page in October 2023, 16th, that I am the incoming president of ZTech University.
Faith.
That is what a vision can do. So I wrote in my Facebook page and I said, okay, I want to be the chair. I worked for it. It took me days and nights to work for it. Actually, I was proud of the team I was working with. They really supported me. They also really prayed for me to achieve what I achieved by then. We did elections. When 2024 came, I won, and I'm proud I won with a huge margin. I got 18 out of 22 votes. Yeah, I won and became the president of ZTech University 2024-2025. Another thing that I wanted to say is about leadership has got a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges that leaders face is criticism. Though the criticism are negative criticism, but you have to live with them. I learned to live with the criticism because you have no option if you're a leader. Yeah, then the issue to do with time. I had to learn on time management. I have personal life, I have things to do, I have classwork, I have my responsibilities as a leader. I learned the art of time management. That brings me to the story of spiritual life. I had, as a Seventh-day Adventist church member who has done the highest level of youth leadership in the Seventh-day Adventist church, that is the Master Guide. Master Guides are invested people in the Seventh-day Adventist church who are leading the youth department. I'm proud that God enabled me to reach that level. And also coming to ZTech University, I also never left that. I became a deacon in the church, that is Zeus the church. I became the Master Guide director until to date. So I'm proud of that. So as a leader, you should also focus on your spiritual life. I made a covenant with myself that God will always come first and the rest will always follow. So as a leader and my spiritual life, I had to focus on God because with Him everything is possible. And about the social life, as a person, I have friends and they really helped me a lot.
There's a story ushaipeana in one of the events huko auditorium about hustling. So I think you said you started doing printing businesses somewhere.
Okay, so about business, the entrepreneurship life.
So, yeah, for someone maybe ako campus anasema mimi nategemea mzazi, I can't hustle, I can't do side hustle.
So when I admitted myself to campus, I was a first year and I was like, you call home, you sleep hungry, and it reaches a point you have to make, as a man, you have to make a decision.
True, yeah.
That rather some other people can see it as a decision that it's not fitting in their space, but I had to make a decision to venture into business. I ventured into the fish business while I was in year one. So yeah, in year one I got into business. I used to sell fish.
Year one.
Fish, yeah, in Ruiru. And I remember students calling me and Fedi wa samaki, Ferdinand Fedi wa samaki. So Fedi wa samaki could sell fish, could sell omena, could sell fulu. Do you know fulu? Fulu are those, yeah, fulu are those nini. They are bigger than omena. So I used to sell them to my comrades. And I'm also proud that also lecturers walikuwa nanijenga. So this made me to be a little bit dependent.
True,
and not to make so many phone calls at home. Mom, I need this. Mom, I need that. Dad, I want to buy this. I don't have money. So that is what made me to survive well in campus, because I had to make a decision to venture into business so that I can sustain some of my bills.
Yeah, but there is a challenge to comrades. Kuinama imekuwa the norm of the day, like ni kama imekuwa mazoea. So I mean imeinama imekuwa ni kama normal thing to do, but unaweza fanya side hustles while unasoma.
Yeah, no, comrades, you don't go to class every time. You have free time. Find something to do. Tafuta kazi ya kufanya. Find something that can earn you something small. I'm always proud to hear that a comrade somewhere is owning a hotel. They are selling tea, these fast moving foods, and they also encourage other comrades to come and promote them. I'm always glad to hear such stories. So I just encourage my comrades, find something to do, and also, but most specifically, focus on what brought you to campus.
Masomo.
Have a sharp focus on what brought you to campus. That is education. Because at the end of your 4 years in campus, you'll have to be judged on what have you achieved academically. So that is something I can tell my comrades: focus and have a sharp focus in your academics. Yeah.
Nice. So tukimalizia, maybe rate your leadership. Unaweza jirate aje among the previous presidents wale wamekuwa wazite? How do you think maybe umefail ama unajirate aje, unajiweka wapi? Hiyo group yote unajiwekelea wapi?
In life, and I can tell my comrades, in life, always believe that you are the best.
Stop.
Always believe that you are the best. But what I can say about myself is that God gave me an opportunity to serve. I've served with a lot of humility and dignity. And when I'm leaving office, I want to say leadership is about impacting lives. You don't have to make everyone happy, and that is politics. You won't make everyone happy, but if you impact that one person, you leave a mark that will be in their lives forever. The lives I've impacted, the people I've interacted with, they can say to themselves.
For sure. President alitusaidia.
Yeah.
So any maybe last word tunaweza ongezea tunamalizia? Any final words?
What I can say is in life have ups and downs. Don't let negativity be your mode of life. Embrace positivity, put God first, and have a circle of friends who are helpful, because whatever our friends do, they always do what? They always have impact on us.
Yes.
So have friends that encourage you to achieve your ambitions and dreams.
So thank you so much, President Ferdinand Awuonda. Imekuwa pleasure manze having you on this show. So asante sana.
Thank you so much, and may God bless you. May God bless my comrades. I was happy to serve you as the president for ZTech University 2024-2025.
Yes.
As I'm leaving office, I wish you all the best in your academics. I wish you all the best, and may God bless you all. And when we meet, say hi.
Yuzo. Sawa, baadaye wase.